Good morning, students. So yesterday in 3.2, yes, 19th problem is over, completed. Sandeep, I had a bit of అసలు ఎన్ని చూసుకోకుండా వెళ్ళిపోతాడు ఈ స్వామి అన్ని పెట్టకుండా చాక్ పీస్లో అయినా ఏం మనుషులు బామ్మ. Okay, thank you. So the next problem, that is the 28th problem. The bookshop of a particular school has 10 dozens chemistry books. Ten dozens chemistry books, 8 dozens physics books, 8 dozens physics books, 8 dozens physics books, 10 dozens economics books, 10 dozens economic books, 10 dozens economic books. Their selling prices are their selling prices are 80 rupees, comma 60 rupees, comma and 40 rupees. 80 rupees, comma 60 rupees and 40 rupees each respectively. Each respectively. Find the total amount the bookshop will receive. Find the total amount the bookshop will receive from selling all the books using matrix algebra. Using matrix algebra. Yes. Here, the bookshop of particular school, 10 dozens chemistry books, 8 dozen means 1 dozen is equal to 12 books. 10 dozens means 12 into 12, 120 books. That is 120 books chemistry books and 120 chemistry books, and 8 dozens, 8 into 12, 96 physics books, and 10 dozens economics books, that is 120 economics books. Their selling prices are 80 rupees, 60 rupees and 40 rupees each respectively. That is, for example, chemistry book is 80 rupees one book, and physics books is 60 rupees one book, and economics book is 40 rupees each book. So find the total amount of the books. Find the total amount the bookshop will receive from selling all the books using matrix algebra. Yes, first chemistry. Number of chemistry books, number of chemistry books, that is 10 into 12, that is equal to 120. That is the number of physics books, that implies 8 into 12, 96, and number of economics books, that is this is also 10 into 12, 120 books. That is cost of each is 80 rupees. Yes, cost of each is 60 rupees. Next, cost of each is 40 rupees. So this is, you take row matrix 120, 96, 120, using matrix multiplication. Here 80 rupees. So 120, that is 80 rupees each, 60 and 40. That is equal to, apply the matrix multiplication. That is 120 into 80 plus 96 into 60 plus 120 into 40. That is equal to 9600 plus 96 into 6. 5760 plus 4800. Then adding 9600 plus 5760 plus 4800. 9600, 5760 and 4800, that is 0, 6, 15, 21, 6, 11, 20. That is 20,160 rupees. 20,160 rupees. Total amount received the shopkeeper. Total amount received by shopkeeper is like this. So this is the theoretical problems. By using matrix multiplications, find out the values. That's the 28th problem. Next. So assume capital X, comma, capital Y, comma, capital Z, comma, capital W and P are matrices of orders. So they given, you see, 21st, capital X is 2 by n matrix, comma, capital Y is 3 by k matrix, comma, capital Z is 2 by P matrix, comma, W is n by 3 matrix, comma, P is P by K matrix, respectively. Choose the correct answer. Exercise 21 and 22. Here 21 question is given. The restriction on n comma k and p, n comma k and p, so that py plus wy will be defined on yes. Here we want to define the value of py plus wy. So py is the product of the two matrices plus wy is the product of the two matrices. First, for example, we take py, that implies p is p by k matrix and y is 3 by k matrix. Here we require multiplication is exists, number of columns is equal to number of rows. That's why we must k is equal to 3. Here we get k is equal to 3. So py is defined if number of columns of p is equal to number of rows of y. That's why k is equal to 3. Then you get here, you get y is 3 by 3 matrix. K value is 3, y is 3 by 3 matrix. Then wy, so here w is n by 3 matrix and y is 3 by 3 matrix. W is n by 3 matrix and y is 3 by 3 matrix. Here number of columns. So number of columns is equal to number of rows. So wy is defined. Then we get this is wy is a matrix of order n by 3. Here 3 cancel, we get n by 3. Here py is a matrix of k and 3 are cancelled. P by k. So here k is equal to 3. K is equal to 3. That is py is a matrix of p by 3. So that is py is defined after product of py, you get the matrix is p by 3. And wy is defined after the product of wy, we get n by 3 matrix. Then we required py plus wy, that is addition of the two matrices. They require the same order. So here py is p by 3, this is p by 3, this is n by 3. In both matrices, columns are equal, but equating the rows, that is equal to p is equal to n. P is equal to n. Here options are given. K is equal to 3, first option. K is equal to 3 and P is equal to n. K is equal to 3 and P is equal to 1. I think you understood. Again, I repeat it. Here, X is 2 by n matrix, Y is 3 by k matrix, Z is 2 by P matrix, W is n by 3 matrix, and P is P by k matrix. So, we want to define this. What is the restriction they required? What is the answer? We want to define this. First, Py is defined. That is, Py product is defined. Py product is defined. Py implies P is P by K matrix, Y is 3 by K matrix. Here multiplication is defined, only number of columns is equal to number of rows. That's why K is equal to 3. After product, you get Py is a P by K matrix. Here this number of columns, number of rows are cancelled. Then you get P by K. Already you get K is equal to 3. That is Py is a P by 3 matrix. Next, we want to define Wy. So W is n by 3 matrix. Y is a 3 by 3 matrix. Y is already 3 by 3 matrix. K. Already Y is 3 by K matrix. Already we get K is equal to 3. That's why Y is 3 by 3 matrix. Here, number of columns is equal to number of rows. Number of columns in W, number of rows in Y, both are equal. That's why multiplication exists. Product is exist. Then you get Wy is the n by 3 matrix. Wy is the n by 3 matrix. So then Py plus Wy is defined. Py plus, we want to define Py plus Wy. Addition of the two matrices, they are compulsory equal order matrices. They required equal order matrices. Already Py is a P by 3 matrix. Wy is n by 3 matrix. So here columns are equal. In both matrices, columns are equal. So equating the rows, that is P is equal to n, K is equal to 3. That is the option. First option is correct. Next, 22nd is given. 22. If n is equal to P, then the order of the matrix, then the order of the matrix 7x minus 5z. Then the order of the matrix 7x minus 5z. Then the order of the matrix 7x minus 5z. If n is equal to P, then the order of the matrix 7x minus 5z. Here, not multiplication, this is the scalar multiplication. So X is the matrix is given. X is the matrix 2 by n matrix. That implies 7x is also 2 by n matrix. 7x is also 2 by n matrix. And Z is 2 by P matrix. Z is 2 by P matrix. That is 5Z is also 2 by P matrix. 5Z is also 2 by P matrix. Here 7x minus 5Z. If the matrix subtraction is required, addition or subtraction, both matrices having the same order. So here 2 by n, this is 2 by P. Already they given n is equal to P. Already they given n is equal to P. That is here 2 is equal to 2. That is equal to n is equal to P. Then you get 7x minus 5z is a matrix of order 2 by n or 2 by P. Already number of rows are equal in both matrices. In 7x 2 rows, in 5z 2 rows. Already in the question they given n is equal to P. N is equal to P. That's why this matrix should be 2 by n or 2 by P. In options which is given, 2 by n is given. That's why 2 by n is correct. The order of this matrix is either 2 by n or 2 by P. Yes. That is 3.2 is completed. Next heading, transpose of the matrix. Next concept, transpose of a matrix. If A is any matrix, If A is any matrix, for example, you see A is equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Then A transpose is represented by A power capital T or A dash like this. A transpose is defined like this or like this. Transpose, that's why you always follow A power capital T is better. Some books they follow like this. A power dash, A dash. A dash means A transpose. A power T means A transpose. Both are same. A transpose is equal to, interchange the rows into columns. For example, first row is written in the first column, A, B, C. Second row is second column, D, E, F. Third row is third column, G, H, I. This is A transpose. A is any matrix, then A transpose is defined as interchanging the rows into columns and columns into rows, then the matrix is called a transpose of the given matrix. Write the definition. Write the definition. So write, let capital A is equal to Aij m by n. Aij m by n is the matrix, comma, the matrix obtained by interchanging the rows and columns, by interchanging the rows and columns, by interchanging the rows and columns of A is called transpose of A, full stop. Transpose of matrix A is denoted by transpose of matrix capital A. Transpose of the matrix capital A is denoted by A dash or A power capital T. A dash or A power capital T. That is, capital A is equal to Aij m by n. That implies A transpose is equal to Aj n by m. Observe this. Aij m by n, then A transpose is equal to Aji. Columns are interchanged into rows, rows are interchanged into columns. Light off చేసి లైట్ ఆఫ్ ఎందుకు బ్యాకప్ కరెంట్ లేదు కదా పవర్ లైట్ ఆఫ్ చేసి పవర్ that is called transpose of the matrix. Right, example, A is equal to matrix 1 minus 2 3 minus 3 1 minus 1. Here this is a 2 by 3 matrix. Then A transpose is equal to, first row is right in first column, 1 minus 2, 3. Second row, right in second column, minus 3, 1, minus 1. This is a 3 by 2 matrix. This is 2 by 3 matrix. After writing the transpose, then you get 3 by 2 matrix. That is called transpose of the matrix. Next, properties of transpose of matrix. Properties of transpose of a matrix. Yes, first property, first, right? If A is any matrix, if A is any matrix, A and B, right? If A and B are any two matrices, if capital A and capital B are any two matrices, then first property, A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. For example, this is A, observe this is A, then you get A transpose is this. Again write transpose of this, you get the same matrix. That's why A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. Second, A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. Just check them, you get the same value. First, you take any two matrices, adding both the matrices, then write the transpose, that is LHS. Then first you find out the transpose, A transpose and B transpose, then adding, you get the same. Next, third property, A minus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose minus B transpose. A minus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose minus B transpose. And fourth, Ka whole transpose is equal to K into A transpose. Ka whole transpose is equal to K into A transpose. And the fifth property, AB, very, very important property, AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose. AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose. You must remember these properties. A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. A minus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose minus B transpose. Ka whole transpose, K is any scalar. Ka whole transpose is equal to K into A transpose. And the fifth property, AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose. These are the properties of transpose of the matrices. Properties of transpose of the matrices. Next, you make a heading, symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. If a matrix A is said to be a symmetric matrix, if A transpose is equal to A. If A is any matrix, then you write A transpose is equal to, you get again A, then it is called a symmetric matrix. This can be done in only in square matrices, not in rectangular matrices. This can be done in only in square matrices. That's why a square matrix is said to be symmetric matrix if A transpose is equal to A. So if you write A transpose, then you get again same matrix. Then we say that the matrix A is called a symmetric matrix. Write the definition. If A is, if capital A is any square matrix, is said to be symmetric, is said to be symmetric matrix if A transpose is equal to A. Is said to be symmetric matrix if A transpose is equal to A. That is, A is equal to Aij n by n matrix. Aij is n by n matrix. Then you get A transpose is equal to Aj is n by n for all I and j. For all I and j. Here I is equal to j. For all I and j. That is, Aij is equal to Aji. Aij is equal to Aji. If A is any square matrix, is said to be symmetric. If A transpose is equal to A, that is A is Aij n by n matrix, then A transpose is equal to Aji n by n matrix for all I and j, that is Aij is equal to Aji. This is mathematical definition and this is the theoretical definition. This is called symmetric matrix. Write down example. Example, A is equal to matrix root 3, 2, 3, 2, minus 1.5, minus 1, 3, minus 1, 1. Then write A transpose is equal to root 3, first row is first column, 2, 3. Second row is second column, 2, minus 1.5, minus 1. Third row is third column, 3, minus 1, 1. Observe this, both are same. So here A transpose is equal to A. A transpose is equal to A. This is called symmetric matrix. Next sliding, skew symmetric. Skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. Same. If capital A is any square matrix, Sandeep, exactly 9 chepna, 9 kalabis. If A is any square matrix, is said to be skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix if A transpose is equals to minus A. If A transpose is equals to minus A. If A transpose is equals to minus A, that is A is equal to Aij n by n matrix and A transpose is equal to minus Aij n by n minus Aij n by n for all I and j, that is Aij is equal to minus Aji. Aij is equal to minus Aji. Put I is equal to j here. Put I is equal to j here. Then you get Aii is equal to minus Aii. That implies you bring minus Aii into this side, you get 2Aii is equal to 0. That implies Aii is equal to 0. That means in a skew symmetric matrix, I means A11 element, A22 element, A33 element. All principal diagonal elements are zeros. In a skew symmetric matrix, all principal diagonal elements are zeros. Just to verify one example, write one example. A is equal to matrix 0, E, F, minus E, 0, G, minus F, minus G, 0. This is, for example, you take A is the matrix, then you write A transpose. A transpose is equal to first row, first column, that is 0, E, F, second row, second column, minus E, 0, Z, third row, third column, minus F, minus G, 0. Then take minus common, that is A transpose is equal to, if you take minus common from this matrix, that is a minus of 0, E, F, minus E, 0, G, minus F, minus G, 0. Take minus common means multiplying the minus for every element. That is, taking minus common means you take minus is common from every element, then you get this is A. Observe this, this is again A. That is equal to minus A. That is equal to minus A. That's why it is called a skew symmetric matrix. In a skew symmetric matrix, principal diagonal elements are zeros, and this you see here E, F, G, same elements are here but opposite sign. For example, here you take 1, 2, 3, here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like that. 3, 4, 5, here minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. That is called a skew symmetric matrix. So symmetric matrix means A transpose is equal to A. Skew symmetric matrix means A transpose is equal to minus A, like this. This is the mathematical definition and this is the theoretical definition. So they are asking what is meant by symmetric and skew symmetric. Just you write like this. That's enough. Theoretical definition is enough. By understanding purpose, I given a mathematical definition also. That's why. So symmetric matrix means A is any square matrix is said to be symmetric if A transpose is equal to A. And A is a skew symmetric matrix. A is any square matrix is said to be skew symmetric matrix if A transpose is equal to minus A. So that is called skew symmetric matrix. So I given already examples for symmetric and skew symmetric. The special case is in a skew symmetric matrices, principal diagonal elements are zeros, and here the elements are getting here, same elements are here but in opposite sign. So that is the symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Here note one point. Note every square matrix can be expressed as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Every square matrix can be expressed as a sum of the symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. If you take any square matrix, they can be expressed as a sum of the two matrices. Any square matrix can be expressed as a sum of the two square matrices. Then one is called symmetric and another is called skew symmetric matrix. For example, if you take A is equal to some any matrix 1, 2, 3, minus 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the square matrix, 3 by 3 matrix. So this matrix A is equal to can be expressed as the sum of the two matrices P and Q, where P is the symmetric and Q is the skew symmetric. For example, how to prove this? If you take A is equal to 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose plus 1 by 2 into A minus A transpose. Just to simplify this, 1 by 2 is common. 1 by 2 is common. A plus A transpose plus A minus A transpose. A transpose cancel. 1 by 2 into A plus A, 2A. A 2 cancel, then you get A. That means A can be expressed as a like that. 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose plus 1 by 2 into A minus A transpose. So we consider here this is P. P is equal to 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose. 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose. We want to prove this P is a symmetric matrix. So what I am saying in the note, every square matrix can be expressed as a sum of the symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. This is the statement. So we want to prove this statement. First we consider A is equal to like this. 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose plus 1 by 2 into A minus A transpose. Okay. Then we consider this is P. So this is a symmetric matrix. We want to prove this. Is a symmetric. What is the definition of symmetric? If you prove P transpose is equal to P. If we prove P transpose is equal to P, then we say that P is a symmetric matrix. Yes, you take transpose on both sides. P transpose is equal to 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose whole transpose. A plus A transpose 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose whole transpose. Already I given a properties. Ka whole transpose is equal to K into A transpose. In a properties I given this. Here 1 by 2 is K. Then you get 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose whole transpose. Already given the property A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. Then you get 1 by 2 into this is A transpose plus A transpose whole transpose. That is equal to 1 by 2 into this is A transpose. A transpose whole transpose is A. So you get the same 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose. Observe this. What I am taking, P is equal to 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose. At last you get, apply the transpose on both sides, you get again P. So we proved P transpose is equal to P, then we say that P is at symmetric. So this is symmetric. P is a symmetric matrix. So, and also we prove that Q is equal to 1 by 2 into A minus A transpose. 1 by 2 into A minus A transpose. You take transpose on both sides. Q transpose 1 by 2 into A minus A transpose whole transpose. So Q transpose is equal to, by using the property 1 by 2 into this is A minus B whole transpose is A transpose minus A transpose whole transpose. A minus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose minus B transpose. That is equal to 1 by 2 into A transpose minus A transpose whole transpose is A. So here you take minus common, that is minus 1 by 2 into A minus A transpose. This is Q, that is minus Q. So A transpose is equal to Q transpose is equal to minus Q. That is Q is a skew symmetric. P is a symmetric and Q is a skew symmetric. That's why every square matrix can be expressed as a sum of the symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Time is over. So tomorrow I given a proof for this. Okay. Thank you.